Hi guys, and Precious here again. In this video we'll be talking about logical operators. Logical operators are used to check if two or more conditions are true. Basically, logical operators helps you to test between two or more conditions, okay? So when you have something or you have some conditions you want to check, it makes it very easy for you to make your changes, okay? So now, for logical operators, the first one you need to note is called the AND operator. The AND operator checks if two or more conditions are true. It only comes out verifiable if two or more of the conditions are true. If any one of the conditions fails the test, then it doesn't perform. So let's do a quick script here. So let's say int x is equals to 25, okay? Then let's create another variable called let's make that a character. So let's say character name is equal to not name, let's just use a single character. So let's say a character alpha, yeah, from alphabet is equal to b, okay? So let's do a quick if statement. So don't bother about the if you don't understand it. What I want you to know about this is the fact that we want to check the condition. So ignore the if and just focus on the condition. In subsequent videos, I'll be talking about the if statement. So to test if the conditions are true, we have to create our first condition. And the first condition will be something like, let's say s is less than 40. You can see that this first condition is true because x here is 25, and now we are telling the if statement to check if x is less than 40. Yes, so x is less than 40. Then let's say we want to add another condition. That is when you use the AND, okay? You use this symbol, double ampersand, to check, to do that. So now let's say we want to check alpha too. Alpha. So what is alpha equivalent to? Alpha is equivalent to b, okay? So let's print out something if it is true. So let's say printf, okay? Then we say the AND condition is true. And what if it is not true? Let's print something out. So let's say else. Let's just say something simple, something like condition failed, okay? Condition failed. So this is a very basic script. All it does is just to check if our conditions meet the requirements. So without testing it, we can already tell that our conditions will be true. Why? Because the first one here says x is lesser than 40, and if you check here, the variable s is actually 25, which is less than 40, and the next one says alpha is equivalent to b. And if you check it, that is true because alpha here has been set as to the value of b. So let's run this script to see if we are correct. And as you can see, it says the AND condition is true. But what if one of the condition fails? Let's say we now go ahead to say x is greater than 40, which is not true, by the way. X is not greater than 40. Let's see what happens. And it says the condition has failed. So you see, for the AND condition to come out true, all conditions must be true. Now let's verify. Let's add another variable. So let's add something like let's say, let's call this let's add another alphabet, or let's do a new condition. Let's add a boolean, okay? So let's say bool sunny, okay? And we can set this to true. But for you to use boolean, you have to call in the header for boolean, include std bool.h. That is only when we can use the boolean, okay? Now that we've set a new variable, let's also check if that is true. So we can see we can use more than two and. That is why I'm trying to do this. So let's say sunny Sunny has been set to true, okay? Sunny has been set to true. And let's return this variable back to lesser than. So now we have 3 conditions that are true. X is less than 40, it is true. Alpha is equivalent to B, it is true. Sunny is true, it's true. So let's see what it prints out on our terminal. You see, the AND condition is true. That is because everything here is true. Also, I want you to see something. When you are using Boolean, true can also be equal to 1, okay? Let's do that and see. And as you can see, the condition is still true. And also, you can also use the variable name alone, Sunny. That means it is true. So let's do that again. And as you can see, the condition is true. And that is it on the AND state, the AND condition, the logical operator. All conditions must be true for AND to come out true, okay? Now, the next one is the OR. So let's go to OR, but we still leave our variables the way they are. So I'm going to copy it down for OR. Now, when you come to OR checks if at least one of the conditions are true. That is, if at least one of the conditions are if one of the conditions are true, then it ascertains to be true. So let's see that. Now we have x is lesser than 40. Let's make that greater than, which is false. And alpha, let's say alpha is equivalent to c, which is not true. So now we have 2 conditions that are true, that are false, but we are still using the AND operator, so we have to change it to OR. For OR, you use the double pipe, okay? So you use double pipe for OR. So if x is greater than 40, which is false, s is not greater than 40, or alpha is equivalent to c, which is false, alpha is not equivalent to c, it is b, and this is Sunny. So let's make this one true. This is the only one that is true. Sunny is equal to, Sunny, it is true. Or let me just make it easy for us to understand. So let me put it here, true. True. This is the only one that is true. Okay? But let's see what happens if the whole condition is going to ascertain to be true. So let's run this. And as you see, it says the whole condition is true. Now, look at it again. This first one is false. X is not greater than 40. It's actually lesser than 40, which is false. Alpha is not equivalent to C. It is B, which is false. But Sunny is the only one that is true, because Sunny is true. And yet, the old condition ascertains to be true. So, when you need to look at it like this, just observe it and say it to yourself that when you use OR, you want to know if any one of the condition is true. If any of the condition is true, then everything is true. But for AND, all the conditions have to be true, like we've shown previously. Okay? So one last time, let me run this again. And what if I change Sunny to be false? So Sunny now has become false. Let me make Sunny to be false. And let me make alpha to be true. The only one that is true now is alpha, which is B. So x is not greater than 40. That is a lie. It is false. S is equal to 25, which is lesser than 40, not greater than. And Sunny is true. But here in our condition, we say Sunny is false. The only true condition here is alpha is equivalent to B. And yet, this is going to ascertain to be true because one of the condition is true. So let's run this again. The OR condition is true. Okay, now the last but not the least is the one known as NOT. So the NOT operator is used to reverse the state of a condition. So let's try that. So remember, from above we use the boolean. Like I told you, if you want to use the boolean, you have to bring in this header, include std bool. Okay, so let's create a small condition based on this Sunny. So let's say if Sunny is true, which is true by the way, we say something like printf it is sunny today, then an else printf, it is cloudy. So if we run this, it is going to be sunny because the condition is true, right? Let's do it. So you see it is sunny today because it is true and our condition is checking if it's true. But what if we invert? So before I go there, I want you to, like I told you before, you can also write this as if true is equivalent to 1. So true is also 1. So let's do that. As you can see, it's still sunny today. And what if there's another third way to write it? You can say if sunny. So this is also true if sunny. So let's save this and let's do it. So you see it is still sunny today. Now what if we want to use the not operator to change it, so to reverse the state of this condition? All you do is you use the exclamation mark before the variable. So if I put the exclamation mark here, if it's not sunny, what should it print out? Yeah, I hope you guessed that right. So you see it is cloudy. So if it is not sunny, this is no longer true. It prints it is cloudy. So instead of turning it, let's just switch it around. Okay, so if it is not sunny, it should be cloudy. Okay, cloudy and sunny. So let's print that out. So if it is not sunny, it means it is sunny. That's wrong English. So if it is true, if it is false, they can switch that to it is cloudy today. So basically what this does is it inverts what is coming. So if sunny is false here, it makes it true, and if sunny is true, it makes it false. So that is it, guys, on the AND operator that only comes out true if all the conditions are true, and OR operator that comes out true if at least one of the conditions are true, and the NOT operator that is used to reverse the state of a condition. So that is it, guys. I'll see you in the next video.